You've got to take a chance. Hey everybody, I hope you've been doing well. I've got a small haul for you today of some really cool items that I found over the weekend. I'm here in my Etsy room. I'm getting ready to ship out some orders that came in over the weekend. Now, I only have 4 orders that sold over the weekend, so not the greatest weekend of sales, but also it was Mother's Day weekend. So I like to think everybody was out there doing something special on the weekend and they just didn't have time to shop online. I just did a video when I was talking about my sales are up, but this is how it goes. Sometimes it's ups and downs every day, every week. This is how it goes. But you know what? Every sale is a sale and I'm thankful for it. Let me show you what sold. One of the things that sold were these really cool fruit glasses. Now I featured these. I think everything that sold today has been featured in a video except for maybe one thing. But I just featured these in one of my last videos. I got these at a little place called The Green Bean. It's the video that says like I found a new place to shop. I got these for a really great deal and they were only listed on my Etsy for probably I guess a week or two, and they have already sold, and I knew they would. They're just fun for summer. Then I sold this beautiful plate. When I found this, I really wanted to keep it because it's just beautiful. It's everything I love. It's flowers and birds and butterflies, and it says life is fragile, handle with prayer. And this is just a collectible plate from, it says the Creative Circle. So not Bradford Exchange or anything, but I don't know what that, I'm not familiar with that, but it's like, it says 1986, Bob Schaefer. It was created exclusively for the Creative Circle collection. So I'm not sure what that is, but it was in great condition, has gold around it. And I just think this is beautiful. This actually would have been a great Mother's Day gift. And maybe it is a belated Mother's Day gift for whoever bought it, but I really like it. I like the colors in it. Everything about this, I love. I do sometimes think that I pick up too many plates, but honestly, guys, they sell. Now, some of them sit for a while, but they do somehow eventually sell. Now, not all collectible plates, but I do like to pick up floral plates. This lace pattern sells really well. This is a hand-painted little plate. It's made in Japan. It's marked on the back there, and it has like a little artist signature down here, but it's in really great condition. These are really cool because they have the little holes on the back. If you see those 2 little holes when you're buying a plate, that's usually for like a wire or a ribbon to go in so that you can display it on the wall. Now this item just sold, and I'm glad this sold because this is something I took a chance on. I also featured this in a video when I was talking about I'm going to try to pick up things I'm not really familiar with, that I don't really sell a lot, but I had been noticing that there is a trend of wooden boxes selling very well on Etsy. And this is an antique box. You can tell by the dovetail, the way it was put together there and the hinges. And it's pretty much just the size of maybe like an index card, I guess, so like a larger index card. It did have a little bit of wear right here, and I did note that in the description, but otherwise was in really great condition. Really pretty color on the stain on this. No markings on it, but I picked this up to take a chance, and this did sell. I believe that this sold for $30. I'll put it up on the screen. Now I want to show you guys what I found this weekend. So let's go in the other room. This weekend we went to Clarksville, Tennessee. It's about 45 minutes from where we live in Middle Tennessee, and it is very close to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, which is a Army post. We know this town very well. My husband and I both have lived there before. My husband is former military. We still have people we know that live there. We still have family that lives there. So we're very familiar with it. I love thrifting and antiquing in this town for a couple of reasons. One, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. It has grown a lot. It has a lot of stores that you can hit all on the same day. So it's not so far apart that you can't hit them all on the same day. And also the vendors have really unique stuff because it is a military town. So there are a lot of people from different states and different countries, and also military people, military families that have moved a lot, and they always have a lot of fun stuff because they brought stuff back from their deployments, or they visit overseas a lot. So a lot of stuff from Germany and Poland and Korea and all these places that military families sometimes get deployed to. I think it's a great place to find fun and interesting things. This gorgeous piece was what I was so excited to find. Now, I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera because it does have glass on it. This is silk embroidery, Chinese silk embroidery. So this is like an Asian print, but all of that is embroidery work. So all of that is like silk thread, and it's just gorgeous in person. Now, I do think if someone wanted this and they wanted to change out the matting, I do think it would be easy because honestly, this kind of looks like a DIY thing. I don't know why it's like that or what's behind there. Now, I'm always interested when it doesn't look professionally framed, like what's behind this, because I just watched a video on another channel where the person bought a framed print and then took it out and was going to remove the glass. And when they took it out, it had an awesome needle point behind the print. And so that always makes me wonder, like, what's behind here? Like, what's behind here? But on this one, I think because maybe the thread on the back of this may have been a little thicker. So it looks like maybe they had to like do a little DIY to make sure that it fit. The frame is still in really great condition. I looked these up when I was shopping and I saw several of them going for over $100. Now, not all of them, and I'm sure it depends on the subject matter and what people are looking for, but in my experience, anytime I can find embroidery, especially silk embroidery, or any kind of needle point, honestly, cross stitch does well for me. If it's already done, even if it's framed, people will buy it. It's just gorgeous. This is a gorgeous piece, fairly large size, and I got this for $20, so a really great deal. So that was my first find, very exciting. Now this next item is basically a wood craft. And I got this because not only is this adorable, it says egg money, and it's got a hand-painted little thing with eggs in it. It's a little wooden little thing to put your money in, or honestly, someone has like a little nest in here, so I'm wondering if they didn't have eggs in here, possibly like faux eggs. But I don't normally pick up stuff like this, but this is, it's like raised, so it's kind of like chiseled out in that, so I'm sure it's a handcrafted piece with it being painted. It doesn't have a signature on it, but I think this is very poignant for the times. Everyone's talking about how much eggs cost. Also, right now, homesteading is very big. People have chickens, they sell eggs. So I think this would be very cute. At one time, the wood crafts like this were more kind of like an 80s feel. I remember my mom had like the wooden like box you kept in your kitchen with the taters. It would say like taters and onions on it. Or some people have little wooden thing that used to keep toilet paper in it. Like these wood crafts were really big in the 80s and early 90s. But because of the way this one looks in the subject matter, I think this is a big seller. So if this does sell, I will let you know how much it sells for. Got this for pretty cheap. It was about $12, I think I got this for, but I just think it's so cute. I honestly would keep this myself, but I just don't know where I would put it. And that's with everything I buy. I want to keep it all. And then I found this little owl. This is Norcrest, made in Japan. I don't think that's the original sticker. Guys, you have to watch this too. When you're out shopping, see these little blue stickers that say made in Japan? Sometimes these things fall off of something else and somebody will stick them on something. So you got to really be careful. Sometimes that's not the original sticker. But I know this is Norcrest because I've had this piece before, but it's the mama and little baby owl, or maybe daddy and baby owl on a branch, and it's in really great condition. It's made of ceramic, and we picked this up because the booth was 50% off. And also I looked these up online and they were actually selling for quite a bit. So we're gonna see how he does. Then I picked up this frame because it was basically $1 or something. It was very cheap, but it's in really great condition. This is the Beatrix Potter collection, and it's in great condition. Frames, a nice frame. People still buy frames. They still use it in their decor. And I just thought this would be really cute for a children's room. Or this is dated 1989, but it just had a really pretty effect. And the low price point that I got this for, I thought that was a good deal to try to resell. I think it'll do well. Also, with a great price point, I picked up this ceramic trivet. Everybody loves the chickens. Going right along the line with our what's popular right now, the chicken thing. It used to be popular. Roosters used to be popular in the 90s as well, but it is also still popular now. in my experience. This is all like my experience with my store. You may experience something totally different. But this is Warren Kimball, which is well known. It's not that old. It still has a barcode on it. It's not that old. I do think it probably could be considered vintage because it may be over 20 years old, but I picked it up. It was in really great condition. These sell really well, and I have a few customers that love the Warren Kimball. I had a couple of plates of Warren Kimball, and those sold very quickly. So I do think this will sell really, really well. I'm going to check the date on it to make sure it's vintage before I post it on Etsy, but I do think that I looked this up. It may actually have... It might have the date on it, but I'll look it up to make sure that it's vintage before I put it on Etsy. I picked up this dad cup. Father's Day is coming up. Mugs do sell for me. It has a little poem on the back. This is the milk glass. It is not Federal. It's actually Galaxy, which is another one you'll see on the milk glass. And Galaxy is made in Mexico, and there are milk glass items made in Mexico. I've seen this where it came with a mom and a dad cup. I was only able to find the dad cup, and it's in good condition. I do well with single mugs, and especially if they're older, so I picked that up. I picked these up because I like stoneware and I like birds. This is a woodpecker, and these are stoneware mugs, so they have the little dots in there. Really great condition. They had two, and I want to say it was 2 for $7. It was 2 for $7.50. So I thought that was a pretty good price point for 2 mugs that are in good condition. I did look them up. I do believe they are vintage. Let me tell you guys a funny story what happened at this. I think it's kind of funny. My husband did not think it was funny at the time. They had a new employee at this place. We've been here a million times, and God bless her. She was trying the best she could. But she rang all our stuff up, and then she told us our total was $180. Guys, we didn't buy $180 worth of stuff. We were like, I kind of looked at my husband, and he said, whoa, 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 that can't be right. And so she looked back at it and she said, oh, I charged you $75 for 2 mugs. These were $7.50. She didn't put the decimal in, or put the decimal in the wrong spot, and charged us $75 for 2 mugs. Now, she adds it all up again, gives us the total, and she says $85. Then my husband paid, but he said, that still doesn't sound right. But he went ahead and paid her, and then he looked down, and then she gave him the receipt. And when she gave him the receipt, thank goodness it was one of those places that does itemize the listings on there. And it had something we got for $5. I want to say, maybe it was something we got for $5. She had rung it up 5 times. She rung it up 5 times 5. So she charged us $25 for something that was $5. So my husband said, look, I'm sorry, but this is still wrong. So she had to get the manager. They had to go through this whole rigmarole, give us our $20 back. That does not happen very often, but boy, you should have seen my husband's face when that lady said $180. He was like, there's no way we spent $180. She kept apologizing. We were like, it's fine. We understand. You know, she was like, I'm new. And we're like, it's fine. As long as you fix it, we don't get upset. These sweet little frog figures. This one is actually Homco. So I got this little frog for basically like $1. And he's so cute. Homco does well for me. Frogs are very popular as well. And then this little guy says Royal Grommet, Dan Beckner on it. So I don't know what that is. It has its like little sticker on there, but he's really cute too. And he was in good condition. These are made of porcelain ceramic. And I just thought those were super cute. Figurines sell for me, so these will sell because I do have several customers also that like frogs. It's funny, if you do have repeat buyers, you will find out what they really like. That is the fun thing that I always liked about Etsy that I couldn't quite connect on that with eBay was Etsy. Actually, I really got to know my customers. I had repeat customers and I really got to know them. And they were looking for a certain thing. They felt comfortable messaging me and letting me know what they were looking for. And I was fine like contacting them and letting them know if I found things. I love to hear about people that maybe had a special mug and it got broke and they were looking for this mug and they couldn't believe they found it. Or I had a lady recently looking for glasses that her parents left her, and she had wanted to finish the set. but she couldn't find them because they were vintage and I happened to have them in my store. That is the fun part of vintage, is when somebody is looking for something because of a memory or something that is special to them. And that's what's so special about selling vintage for me personally. And I think a lot of other people that sell as well probably feel that way. That is all that I bought for resale. Since it was Mother's Day, I did run across this cute little package and I was like, what's this? Because I loved this book and I wanted to share it with you. I thought it was so pretty. It's just this little devotional book and it's called Biscuits, Butter, and Blessings. It's Farm Fresh Devotions of Hope and Comfort. And it also has it's the devotional, but it also like little recipes in here. I just thought that was so cute. I love the aesthetic of it with the green and the browns and stuff. I really thought that was cute. So I got that for myself. It came in this cute little, they had these set up, I guess, for Mother's Day. Came in this cute little bag with some fuzzy socks and then also like a little ornament, which was like a little wooden handmade ornament. So I thought that was really cute, but I did just buy it for basically the book. Not that I won't use these socks, because I will. I'll use these socks. And on Mother's Day, we had to make a trip to Lowe's because we needed some stuff for the yard. We were working in the yard, and I saw this cute pink toolbox. It's a metal cobalt toolbox. This was $19 at Lowe's. They had them set out for Mother's Day, and it has 2 drawers that pull out. And I really love this. Now, I've seen some other YouTubers and people on social media that had bought these. I think they came in different colors, but I had seen some people that even use them for makeup, for different things. They don't necessarily use them for tools. Now, I would love to have this for my, have a little hammer, little nails, and put it in here because I do use that a lot, but I also thought this would be really great in my Etsy room to put little stickers in. I have stickers to put pins or anything like that in these drawers. I think this will be super cute. So I'm going to put this in my Etsy room. I'll show you guys if I find a place for it. I'll show you guys where I put it. I'm not sure just yet. If anybody's looking for one of those and you like pink, I don't know what other colors they come in. Cobalt's usually that blue color. They have the blue ones, but if you're looking for a pink one, they did have them at Lowe's for $19.99. I did get some flowers, so I got some potted flowers that I got on my deck, and my husband got me a really, really pretty planter for the front of our house, and I'm going to show you that as well. This came from a local store near us that sells a lot of Amish sheds and woodworking, and I just thought it was so pretty. Weekend, thank you so much for being here. This is kind of a short video, but I wanted to share with you my haul for the past weekend. Appreciate you so much if you've come and you've watched. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, I would love it if you did. Please come back soon. I'll have some more treasures to share with you. Here, take care of yourselves, and I will see you really soon in the next video.